afternoon, everyone, and welcome to yet another public webinars by Frappe. This is your host, Babita. In this particular webinar, we have ERP Gulf, one of our newest additions to the Frappe Partner Network, and they are based out of Qatar. Now, Husna is the product manager at ERP Gulf, and she has joined us for this particular webinar. And she is going to take us through how they have rolled out a particular new Malaysia compliance app on the top of ERPNext. And since Malaysia is now rolling out mandatory e-invoicing, regulations and basic businesses must, act fast to get compliant. So now, give us a walkthrough of that particular app. We will take you through how to get started till how to, set up and submit this compliance app through this compliance app. So over to you, Husna. How are you?
Hi, fine. How are you?
I'm good, Husna. So, are you excited for this particular session?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Are you in Mumbai right now?
No, I'm Kerala.
Okay, cool, cool. So, Husna, you can please let us know what we'll get in the next 1.5 hours. And also, guys, for you to have a one-on-one conversation with Husna, you can drop in your questions in the chat and we will definitely take them up and get all your doubts solved. So, Husna, now you can actually start showing us the walkthrough and give a bit detail about who ERP Gulf is and who Husna is to ERP Gulf. So, let every one of us know.
Myself, Husna, born and raised in Kerala. This is the first time I'm doing a webinar, so please excuse the stammerings. First, after the college, I began my coding in the ERP Gulf. It's been 2 years here, and I'm the project manager of ERP Gulf. I started working on Zarka, the invoicing part of Saudi Arabia, which requires a lot of encryption, decryption, API integration. After a few months, I realized I'm become the team lead of the Zarka invoicing. Then we moved on to the invoicing for the Zimbabwe, which is Zimbabwe, and LHDN for Malaysia. Also, we are currently going to build our Oman and UAE invoicing compliances. Then today I continue to build secure and a scalable invoicing solution for the ERPNext across the different countries. As you know, Malaysian Tax Authority made all the business needs a real-time complaints to the LHDN system. So we started this implementation.
Good to know that, Husna, and I think your journey has come a long way.
I'm excited how this webinar going ahead and also for share how we explain or build all the details and requirements in this Malaysian compliance project. Basically, the Malaysian Tax Authority, Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia, decided for the e-invoicing compliancing is mandatory for all the business. So the business need to send their invoicing data to the LHDN system before it's sharing to customer. That's why we developed this Malaysian compliance app. Then in the business, they generate the invoice in XML or JSON format. In our app, we are done through the XML format. Whether it will be digitally signed or not signing XML, which means there are two versions. I will show you. Version 1 and 1.1. In version 1, no digital signature validation is required, which means we can buy a certificate from a third party in Malaysian legal authorities itself and use that certificate for signing in through RSA SHA 256 algorithm we are using for signing. In this certificate, we'll having their company's issuer name, subject name, their serial number, serial key, all the data will be there in the certificate. With that certificate, we will sign the XML and send the XML to the LHDN system for the approval. Otherwise, in version 1, there is no need of any certificate. You don't want to buy any certificate from any other legal authorities. You can directly initiate through the XML and submit that XML into the LHDN system for the approval. That is the digitally signing of invoices. And for the integration, we have in the sandbox and the production. Mainly sandbox are only using for the testing purpose. It's mainly a week or a month, up to a month, only we can use that. It's basically before the production, we are sending all the details into the taxpayer system for checking whether it's working or not. Then production, which enable the taxpayer system in the real environment to submit the invoice into LHDN system for the approval. This is the further URL for the production history where you can see that. Then we can submit invoices directly into LHDN through API integration, and further the QR code and XML also attached. I will show you through the demo. Then this is just a flow. First, we want to handle a certificate which are having our issuer name, subject name, all the details like serials, etc. And generating the XML, it's a technical side. If you submit the invoice, it will be directly generate the XML. Somewhat it will be the signing XML through the 1.1 version. Otherwise, it will be the simple standard XML. Then submit the invoices into the LHDN system through the API. It will be the response of that API will be from the LHDN system. It will have a unique identifier and the status. Mainly the status having valid, invalid, and cancelled. Valid is it will be it's all the details which are given to the LHDN system is true and it's success. Invalid means there is a XML schema error or any other field data or TAN mistakes or your registration number errors. It will be shown as invalid. Cancelled, the invoice is cancelled from the LHDN system. Then after the submission, if the invoice is success, it will be attach the XML and QR code into the respective invoices. We are also handling the success and error. Error is handling through our standard ERPNext error log itself. Success log, we created a LHDN success log for separate doc type for handling all the success. Every success invoices will be stored and its details also will be there in the success log. Next, basically our app is login as a taxpayer system. Through every company will having their own client ID and secret, which means their credentials. They can give the credentials in a setting page and directly submit to LHDN system for getting the barrier token. Through these token, we are all the invoices are submitting to LHDN system. Without the barrier token, we can't submit any invoices because all these happening through the API integration of LHDN. If it's success, we will get the barrier token. Otherwise, it will be get the invalid request or invalid grant client any errors. Basically, there are 8 types of invoice types are there in Malaysian compliance, which as invoice credit note, debit note. Credit note is basically for the account of return. Debit note if there are any offers are given for the previously issued invoices. A refund is confirmation of the refund payment of customer. These 4 are we are done in sales, and other are self-billed invoice, self-billed credit note, self-billed debit note, and self-billed refund note. Self-billed means there is a third party other than buyer and supplier. So it's only possible through the purchase invoices we have to do. So these 4 sectors we are given in the purchase invoices. I will show through the instance how the submission is going. Then basically the workflow, both sales and purchase invoice are having the same workflow. There is no much confusion about the difference between their sales and purchase invoice submission. First of all, create an invoice as the ERP, then generating the XML and attaching QR code whether it is success. There is 3, I already mentioned, there is valid and invalid, and error means sometimes we passed a TAN with the customer company. LHDN system will be refers as the TAN doesn't matching with them. There is an error. So please check the TAN values. Such errors will be noted there. Then cancel invoice. The canceling invoice we are done as the ERPNext standard, but LHDN only allowing the cancellation up to certain hours, 72 hours. Up to 72 hours, you can cancel the submitted invoices to the LHDN system. After the cancellation, you will receive a UUID, unique identifier, and which means these invoices are cancelled. Also, we implemented a consolidated invoice for just merging 2 or more invoices with a general public TAN. There are in Malaysian compliance, there are basically 4 types of general public TIN. General public TIN, which means the business will not having any taxpayer registrations. They will not registered in my invoice portal. So such invoices, such clients are using as general public. I will show that also. Then conclusion, we have given the many of the companies like Matthias Solution, Archaeajoy using our this LHDN invoicing Malaysian compliance app of ERP Gulf. And key features are we have developed the submitted report separately for the LHDN sales invoice and separately for the purchase invoice. You can search for the valid, invalid, cancelled status from that report. Then VAT reports for both input and output tax of sales and purchase invoices. And there is a dashboard and workspace for these. Okay. Basically, there is a portal for this is the portal for the Malaysian compliance. From every documentation regarding to the Malaysia, they will update here. This is the portal. You can refer from this portal. Then I already told you that you would buy a certificate from the third party. There are a list of certification authorities only suitable for the Malaysian compliance. You can refer these companies which are having the format of the certificate data. You can buy from them and use the update into the version 1.1. Otherwise, most of them are using version 1. There is no need of these types of certificates. These are the uh, four general Malaysian invoicing general public TIN, such as general TIN is EI 0001020 foreign buyers. Like this, having the four types of general.
Hi, Husna. I think we lost your voice.
Hello, am I
Yes,
audible?
now you're
Sorry,
audible. I think we lost you for 10 seconds.
some electric issue.
Yeah, okay, cool, cool.
My video is clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, okay. Let me move to the you can download these apps from
You
our
can close
Frappe.
the, yes. No,
Yeah,
please continue.
okay. You can download the apps from the Frappe cloud also. This is an open source, and you can create your once again new sites like this. New site and choose the which apps do you want ERPNext and install the local compliance app because it's a Malaysian local compliance app. You can use the Malaysia as the country, then use the version 15. It's mostly under the Singapore, Asia, and select the region and the package. Then you can agree. You want to give the domain name and create the site. Yeah, new sites is created from the apps. You can like this. There will be create the bench groups also from here. For managing purposes, we are using the bench groups. Okay. Create a bench group like this. I will show you how to create a bench group. This one. To create a new bench also. From this bench group, you can add the apps. Share complaints. I thought we can add to the GitHub. main branch we have in this app, add app. After adding the app, you can deploy now also. Scheduling the deploy. Then insights, for checking insights, you can just, I will show you, just visit the site. Install app. It's obvious in progress. Just wait. Here you will get the Malaysian Compliance app also. Then you can do whatever the submissions process. Let me move to the submissions. Basically, we are done a setting page. In company, we are using a setting page separately, a tab LHDN Malaysian setup. This is a one-time setting page. You want to do a single time only. This is a mandatory checkbox. After enabling this checkbox, then only all the invoices will be submitted to LHDN system and for the approval. If you does not enable the system, it will not reach into the LHDN system and does not give any submissions there. So you want to enable this checkbox. Then there are two types of versions, version 1 and version 1.1. I already discussed version 1 doesn't need any certificate file. So you don't want to attach here the certificate file and their PFX cert password. If you're choosing this version 1.1, you should attach the certificate file which you are bought from a third party of legal authorities of Malaysian compliance, and you should give the password of certificate file. Let me show you. It's a hidden password, so no one can see your password. Then you can attach the file like this, upload from your file. Then a client ID and client secret are the credentials which are using for create the barrier token. Now I given a dummy values here because it's a credential thing, so I can't give here. That's why you should give this client ID and client secret of your company. After that, you can click this button taxpayer login for creating the barrier token. It's the error because it's a dummy value. I will show you. Uh, After you giving the correct client ID and secret credentials, then you can give the access token fetched successfully and the barrier token will be saved in the barrier token field. The barrier token is only for some seconds, but it's technically we are done that in every submission it will be further sent into the LHDN system and create a new barrier token. It's not our side. In first time only you want to do like this, use the ingredient secret and click the taxpayer login. Then we are given this as integration type. You can whether you can use the sandbox for test before sending as a production. Then production side, these URLs are given for because sometimes the authorities can change their my invoice portal URL. So I will be given like here. After further any changes, you can change from this directly without going to the technical side. These are the setting page. This is a one-time setting page. You only want to know do this in one single time. Then we have in the details. Basically, there are many required data for the LHDN submission, such as MSIC code. It is a 5-digit numeric code for referring their activity of the company. Every company having the activity such as you can refer this. It is a computer consultancy, computer facilities management activities, information communication technologies. Such activities will be there. You can choose whatever your company activities there. Then is company registration type and company passport number. Every company in the Malaysia and the customer, other than the general, which I already told that general public is never having any taxpayer registration. So other than that, every company and customer will having their own passport type and number, because why you are registering into the Malaysian compliance, my invoice portal, you will, with your credentials, you will get a registration number, TIN, your tax, tourism tax number, all the data you will have. You want to directly select your company's passport type registration, such as BRN, MyCare, MyCAS, MyTenetra, etc. And according to these BRN, you will having a passport number also. This is the passport number you can directly give here. Then you will having a company TN number. This is a mandatory value. If you give the error value in the TAN, you will not able to submit the invoices. You will get the error like a mismatching TIN for the company. Such errors will become. That's why you can check the search company TN through this button. Either for this, either you want give a passport type or passport number, or one second, it's a dummy value, that's why the either a passport type or passport number, you can choose the search company type. Otherwise, you no need to give these two data. You want to only give the taxpayer name like ERP Gulf, you can give and search the company TN. You will get these data as a response. I will show as a response body. This TN will be get and it will be saved directly into this field. This is the searching company TN integration is. Then we want to give address and contact for the company. It's a mandatory thing. You want, in the XML, we need to submit their details of every details of the company. So you can create a address as like this. We are all given a new field here, state code, because the state code is mandatory in the XML format. There are 16 state codes here. This is from the Malaysian state codes. If you select the blank one, it will be choose as a foreign country. In technical side, we have done that. It will choose as a foreign country. For the foreign currencies, you can choose state code as a blank and submit. You can choose your country from here other than Malaysia also. Then postal code, then you can give the email address and phone, etc. Then going back to our submission, we have in the customer part also. For the customer part, I already told for Malaysia, for registration in a customer also need some values, tourism tax number, SST number, customer type and registration. For all the credential you are submitting to a My Invoice portal, you will get these details. SST number is belong to whether the customer is having a sales tax, service tax. It's related to the service goods. Tourism tax number, if there is a tax registration is using for accommodating the tourism peoples like touristers, such data will be having a tourism tax number. You can give the data here. SST number, it is related to the tax variables, sales tax and service tax. Then you can choose your customer registration passport type, such as BRN, NRIC, passport, army, etc., and your passport number. This TA, you can directly give the TAN from here, and the customer taxpayer name. I will show the button for searching is given as in our uh, sales invoice. For searching the company TIN, we given the button here, check customer TIN. You can directly search the customer TIN from here and you will get the response as response body TIN, which is your TIN, and it will be stored the TIN values here in the field. It's directly fetching from the customer doc these three fields. If you doesn't give in the customer doc, you can directly give from this sales invoice and it will fetch into our customer doc. And the mandate in the first case, for invoice submission, we having a button is submit to LHDN button. If you click this checkbox, then only it will submit into our LHDN system for the approval. Whether you are not checking this invoices, it will directly standard submission of ERPNext will be undergo. I will show you like after that. I will show you 1 second. I will show you that. Okay. It will undergo the direct ERPNext standard submission, but it will show a message like invoice will not send into LHDN because the submit LHDN is unticked. Then, okay. During the creation of invoice, you can first you need to select tick this submit to LHDN, and you can choose there are 4 types of invoice: sales invoice, other 4 self-built invoices are in purchase invoice. You can see this invoice, credit note and debit note. You can choose whether it is invoice or debit note. And there are these type of tax category of Malaysia: sales tax, service tax, tourism tax, etc. If you choose the tax exception category, then you should give the exception code such as sovereign status, government regulations, like etc. You should select the exception code. Then there is a payment mode of invoices, cash, check, something, etc. You only these are the main fields of regarding to the Malaysian complaints. So we given has a separate section for the Malaysian complaints. Then you can directly submit into the Malaysian LHDN system like this. It will show the response as it will show the responses like this: submission UID with an unique identifier, it's developed, and invoice code number, and the status of LHDN system. Sometimes it will be the status show as submitted because it's submitted to LHDN system, but it will take a few seconds for undergoing the process and change status into valid or invalid. In that time, LHDM will give the response only as submitted form. And after, if it is success, you can take the submitted XML here and the QR code attached. From these, I will show the type of XML. Yes. This is a structure of XML which we are submitting to LHDN system. All the data you are given in the front end, you will have in here. Its address, supplies TAN, BRN, and its SST to tourism tax number, like that, bias, TAN, bias, BRN, all the data will be there. And the charges, tax values, and all these tax inclusive values, tax exclusive, and the discount amount, all the details will be in the XML. You can check it there. And this is an example of QR code you will get when the submission of invoices. You can scan from the appropriate app of Malaysian Compliance. While scanning, you will get. Okay. While scanning, you will, I think it's showing. While scanning, you will get a value system. Let me, 1 second, I will show you. You will get this data, which company, supplier name, whether the UUID of the data, and the invoice number, whether it is valid or invalid, etc. These data will be get while scanning the QR code. Then moving to the data submission, we have developed a new function here for submitting the two or more, or for merging two or more invoices. I will show how to, if you're having two invoices like this, you can directly submit through the actions. We have a button merge and consolidate the invoices. Okay. After merging, you will get a response body, which means it's submitted into the LHDN system as a single invoice, not as two invoices, only single invoice. And the status of the LHDN submission is a valid. I will show you that it will be generated as a general public, which the general public DN is using here. Which having the no taxpayer registration into the Malaysian compliance. All the details will be having the customer TIN number will be this. It is a general public TIN and submit response. You will get the status field as here. LHDN status is valid and submitted. Uh, there'll be XML will be attached here and QR code will be there. You can scan and whether check whether its status is valid or invalid, and also can check the UUID format also. And we given here a button. As I told, sometimes the status will be you will get as a submitted because it reached to the LHDN system, but the status submission process is not completed. It's checking and verifying whether it's valid or invalid. In that time, the LHDN system give the response in few seconds as submitted. After you get in the submitted, you can directly click in this button. Okay, and check whether the LSTN status is updated as valid or invalid. And after, if it is success, you can attach the QR code successfully also. Then there is a special case in this merging. Means the consolidated merging is only possible for a item which doesn't have more than 10K. For a single item only having the amount below the 10K, so we can submit it directly. If you have any item have more than 10K, I will show you. This is two invoices. In this invoice having one item with 11,000 and the other another item. Then this is a single invoice which has single item with a 200. I will show how it's matching. Two invoices, two consolidated, two invoices. One is normal invoices and other is consolidated invoice, because we can't submit a item with a more than 10K. So the item which having more than 10K is created as a single invoice and another items as consolidated. Then you will get a message like this: the following items were excluded in consolidated. So we given this item into another invoice and submitted into LHDN, and the submitted response will be the this is the as I told, this submitted response is as like submitted. We can change that submitted also into the valid or invalid through that button get status document. Then I will show you the there is a success log LHDN success log for every success of an invoice submission. You will get the invoices in the success logs. Yeah, it's submitted case. This is the latest invoice which is submitted. All the data of these invoices will be there, and you could directly just click this button. Status updated successfully. Okay, the status changed from the submitted to valid. This is the thing which how your status of submission after submitting. Then all the data details of these response will be served in these fields. Error log, I will show the error log also. If any error, it's directly goes to the error log of standard invoices. Yeah, standard ERPNext. You can get a such like this QR code generation error. There is a path error. Like this, you can get this is the TN error, such errors you can see then go into the purchase invoice. Purchase invoice we are using for self-built invoices. You should like that you should give the details of the supplier. Here we have in the appropriate fields students and tax number, all these data, and the MSIC code. All the data will be there in the supplier also. Then give if you want to submit into LHDN, you can tick this submit to LHDN. Then all the data like payment I will show as duplicate. Okay. All the data will be here. Invoice type code as self-built invoice, credit note, debit note, refund note. You can choose from here. As the credit note, you can directly use the method of ERPNext itself. Means take a submitted invoice and generate the create of credit like that itself. You can directly submit. It will be sent into the LHDN system, and the response will be like this one. It's a purchase invoice response. You will get the as like the sales invoice. You will get the unique identifier code number, all the and the status, and the XML and QR code will be attached here. You can say scan the QR code through the app, which according to the Malaysian compliance or your phone. Okay. This is an example for the invalid, whether any, which I told, whether any error in the XML schema or the data you passed, we can't find from outside. It's only through the LHDN system. So you want to, because it's a successful submission response, you can see the unique identifier, which means it is successful submission, but there is a mistake. So you want to log into your My Invoice portal and check whether error is there in your invoice system, and there will be a get submission in the My Invoice portal, and go to the get submission and latest check the latest submitted invoices, and there will be the error messages as TN something error message will be there. After checking you can change the data from here and resubmit again. For resubmitting, if it is invalid, I will show you. Okay. For a resubmit, you will get a submit invoice to LHDN button. You can tick this and you can update and directly submit into an invoice to LHDN button. After submission, you will get your unique identifier, data, all the things for and attach XML, all the things. I think I have covered all the portions which we are developed. Let me show you our GitHub link. This is our company's GitHub. Based on this Malaysian Compliance portal, you can check the GitHub, and there is a YouTube video. You can, for the reference, you can refer this YouTube also. I will share in the chat. Yeah, this is our company's documentation according to the Malaysian compliance. You can check these docs also. I will share all these links in chat. And once again, I think, one second. Let me show you the dashboard and workspaces. We have developed a separate workspace for Malaysian complaints here. Malaysian complaints, you can go here, homepage, and there will be a Malaysian complaints workspace. A detailed LHDN dashboard as given. You can refer here. There will be the valid sales invoices. This 173 valid sales invoices are there. You can. Second. I will disable the status report again until I will enable that. Okay. there is a valid, invalid, submitted, and cancelled, failed, and not submitted dashboard will be there, and it will also show the latest submission of the invoices. These are the sales invoices, and these are the purchase invoices. You can see both sales and purchase invoices in our dashboard, and then we're having this is an LHDN stepper setup directly shortcut into the company setting page. Uh, there is an item tax templates and doc type. Then is we have created a separate VAT reports for companies, and for the sales and purchase VAT, you can directly see here there is a sales tax. This much of amount is there, and this much of credit note are there, and VAT amount of according to these sales are these fields, and this is separately for the purchase VATs. And this is the LSTN status report, status sales reports. You can check whether it is valid, invalid, submitted, cancelled, etc. Okay. This is the we're having the separate purchase report also, LSTN status. You can refer here the valid or invalid purchase reports also. This is for the new invoices. Okay, let me show you one thing also. I forgot to show the cancellation. As I discussed, the cancellation of the LHDN only possible up to 72 hours. You can directly cancel through here, and it will be directly cancel for the LHDN also. And you will get a message as it's cancelled from the LHDN. It's a dummy thing. Let me show the correct value. Then it will be more. Yes. You will get like this response: LHD is cancelled with a UUID, and the status is cancelled when this is what we are using for the cancellation of the documents from the LHD. You can directly cancel from the ERPNext cancel button. Then we're having a system also. You can, let me show you. In case of item tax template, there are two types of items. You can directly give in, a single item as separate taxes if this item has a zero tax, and if this having the 6% tax, and then you can submit the invoices. In the XML, you will get the separate tax category, tax rate, and tax values for each item. So the first SKU 0022 item will having 0% and other will be having 6%. In case of 0%, there is having the SARCA tax category and the exception reason code fields. For all the item tax template, we have given the fields also. Then you can directly submit the invoices into LHDN system. Okay. I think most of the things we are developed, we have built, I covered all the things. I think it's clear for you. Hopefully, to get your
Yes,
feedback and
thanks for that. And
suggestions.
I really, yes, thank you so much, Husna. The dashboard
Yeah,
view was very amazing.
yeah,
For
thank you.
people wanting to know, ERP Gulf has customized it, and if you want similar kind of representation for your all
Okay.
businesses, you can definitely reach out to ERP Gulf.
Yeah, also we're having a separate, created a new print format also. I will show that.
Yes,
Sorry for the distance. Okay.
no worries.
Yeah, there is a separate print format we have created, Malaysian SA format, having a company details and all the seller company, all the details will be having there, and the QR code also. And LHDN status will be here as submitted or invalid or invalid. Okay. This is our print format. You can both the purchase invoice and sales invoice having the for these type of format. You can refer to this app. I think all covered.
Um, all right, Husna, thanks for the
Yeah.
walkthrough. Before we move towards the Q&A, can you just show us how do we download it on Frappe Cloud? How do we
Yeah.
download Malaysia Compliance app? People asking how can they get this set up? Husna is showing us how to download it, so just follow her.
Okay. You can create a new site with adding the ERPNext and the Malaysian Compliance local app by searching Malaysia and selecting the version. Basically, the region as Singapore and Asia. It's okay. But then the plans and just give a subdomain name Malaysia. Just any name you can give here. And create a new site. Okay. From this site, you can install the apps also. So yeah, I think I already installed into the bench groups. One second. Let me show you the bench groups, I think. Let's add an app. So okay. Add app. Here we'll be having the Malaysian companies. I think this repository is not ours. Let me add from GitHub. You can directly place your GitHub URL here and the fetch branches. There are two branches. Main, you can use the main branch. Husna is a branch for testing only. Then add the app. Yeah, app installed in your site, and then you can directly visit your site and check whether the app is there or not. Here you will have the app Malaysian My Invoice article.
Great, great to see that. And this is how we complete the cycle of this particular webinar, guys. What's in the app is already covered, and the e-invoicing and other customizations and buttons that Husna already explained, and how do we download it is something also in front of you. And I hope this particular webinar was very useful for businesses who look up to Malaysia compliance. because now that it's a mandatory kind of a business setup where where you have to be compliant. I think versions like this and an app like this will help you easily get compliant. And we just saw it how easy it was to set it up, to download the app, and to get just moving, to get going. So do definitely try it out if you are in Malaysia. And thank you so much, Husna, for taking out time and giving us this wonderful walkthrough.
Thank you. Thank you, Babita, for introducing me here.